everybody, welcome back to the Working Man's Whiskey. I'm Bobby. Guys, kind of a cool review here for you today. I wanted to talk about Wild Turkey. As you guys know, I love Wild Turkey. Wild Turkey makes just great stuff. In my opinion, the 101 is, if I'm talking about the flagship bourbon, that's kind of the one I've always gravitated toward as far as Wild Turkey products go. 101 just, it's always, it's got great flavor. I feel like that extra proof, just enhances everything. But I was going back through my reviews and realized I've never reviewed the Wild Turkey 81 proof. It used to be called just Wild Turkey 81. Now it's just, they took the 81, the number off the bottle there. It still says 81 proof on it, but it used to have a big 81. And they took that off the bottle and just replaced it with Wild Turkey Kentucky Straight Bourbon. So this is one, this is the 81 here, that I don't feel it gets talked about as much as its kind of big brother here, Wild Turkey 101. And I wanted to give it a spot on here, guys. I feel like it deserves a spot on here. And it's $14.99. This bottle was $14.99. As you can see, and it's just really, really good quality stuff, as is all of Wild Turkey stuff, guys. I want you to, after you watch this video, stay on YouTube, go to, type in Jimmy, the man behind the bourbon. It's a great little 15-minute or so documentary on Jimmy Russell, master distiller for Wild Turkey for, I think like 60 years. And now his son Eddie's, doing the master distiller thing too. So it's amazing, guys, the legacy that these guys have in bourbon making. And there were so many other people from other distilleries. Fred No from Jim Beam, one of the master distillers, I believe, for Maker's Mark. And there might have been a couple others as well. All talking about what a legend Jimmy Russell is. And what a great guy he is. The quality of the bourbon, they're just the Russells are really, really one of my favorite families as far as the whiskey world goes. Maybe my favorite, because they're always doing great things, guys. There's so many whiskeys out there that they have that I still haven't reviewed that I would love to review at some point. The Russell's Reserve Single Barrel. They've got that 6-year-old rye, and they have a lot of good stuff. I'd have to check to see what the full portfolio is, but we'll get there at some point. But I wanted to talk about this one today, Wild Turkey 81. Again, it used to be called Wild Turkey 81. It's the 81 proof versus the 101. Just see how they compare, and let you know what I think. So, Wild Turkey 81, I want to read the backs of the bottle first, just to kind of give you a little background. So the 81 is, it says, expertly crafted by Kentucky Bourbon Hall of Famer Eddie Russell, Wild Turkey stands above every other whiskey in its category. We age our bourbon longer, up to 5 to 8 years, in number 4 Alligator Char American Oak barrels. Sure, this takes time, but that's why it's a cut above the rest. With notes of sweet vanilla, pear, and hints of spice, Wild Turkey finishes with a flavor that is full and rich, whether enjoyed straight or with a mixer. And then the Wild Turkey 101 here says, for more than 60 years, legendary master distiller Jimmy Russell has been crafting Wild Turkey 101 the right way, with a high rye content. This iconic bourbon is perfectly aged for up to 6 to 8 years in American oak barrels with the deepest char for more character. And that alligator char they use, guys, is like, it's thick stuff. It's like 3/4 of an inch, something like that. It's, I think, one of the deepest chars, if not the deepest, that you can really go before the barrel isn't really holding up anymore. So that extra char, just, with the, 5 to 8 years or 6 to 8 years, it just gives it so much character. Wild Turkey just to me is above and beyond the rest as far as the base products go. So let's take a look at this 81 first, guys. We'll actually do a little side by side here. And it's funny, the Wild Turkey 81 it looks a little darker actually than the 101, which is kind of funny. Yeah, it's a little bit darker. So we'll nose the 81 first. All right, guys. So right off the bat, you can tell they're both Wild Turkey products, but there is such a different smell to these. You know, same mash bill, 75% corn, 13% rye, 12% malted barley. But, you know, just the, I have a feeling the 101 is probably, it says 6 to 8 years on the back of this bottle. So, you know, they have some barrels, usually it's some barrels that are 6 years, 7, 8 years. This one has, you know, barrels anywhere from 5 to 8. So, you know, probably a little bit different, you know, ages in each bottle. But, you know, them diluting the whiskey as well is going to change the profile. And one thing that I noticed in the 81 here, or the Wild Turkey Bourbon, different from the 101, is less spice. The spice is still there, but definitely on the lesser note. There's more of that roasted peanut smell that you get in a lot of other, bourbons. Jim Beam, Evan Williams. Maybe it goes with that, just younger, a little bit younger age. But definitely got a bit of roasted peanut in it. Caramel, definitely. But it definitely has some good spice still. A little bit of cinnamon in there. Just a little bit of like allspice in there. But also some good fruit. I feel like it says on the back of the bottle here that it has a pear note in it. This one definitely agree. It's just more of an orchard fruit to me smell, as opposed to the Wild Turkey 101. The 101 to me definitely more cinnamon, a little bit spicier, but it's got a deeper fruit note to it. It's got a darker fruit note to it. A little bit of cherry in there. But that, they both smell, I can tell, if I had a blind taste test right now, I can tell these are both Wild Turkey. It's got definitely a certain smell to it. But these are definitely different spirits, for sure. Same mash bill and everything again, but, slight different in age, the barrels. And just this being kind of brought back to 81 proof, it just takes on a different profile. So let's give it a taste, guys. You get the spice a little bit more on the palate than you do on the nose with the 81 here. And getting more of that roasted peanut as well. That roasted peanut, to me, I like that taste. There's just something really, really nice about it. It's another flavor profile all its own. And that's what I like about a lot of Jim Beam's products as well, Evan Williams as well. So it's just got a really nice taste, guys, and it does have some of that that orchard fruit, but yeah, that nuttiness and just a little bit of a kind of a brought back spice, lower proof, just gives it its own profile. It's a good whiskey. It's a really good whiskey, and for $15. I'm gonna take another taste, but for $15, I can't think of too many whiskeys that are as good or better than this one here. Evan Williams, when I was thinking about it, Evan Williams Bottled and Bond. was really the only one in that price range that I might like a little bit better. So take another taste, and we'll see what we got in the 101. Excuse me. Really, really good, guys. And I can see this being a good sipper. For those who feel, and I know some people feel this way, I've heard people, people have told me themselves that 101 is a little too hot for them. They just, they would rather have Wild Turkey brought back a little bit, proof-wise. I definitely recommend the 81 here. The 81 is really, really good stuff. It's a spirit that stands on its own. I called the Wild Turkey 101 its big brother earlier, but this 81 stands on its own just fine. Very, very good stuff. I would sip on this definitely. I would recommend people use it as as your house whiskey in a home bar. It's just really, really good. Really good stuff. So take another taste, and then I'm gonna give it a rating. For the price, guys, $15. It was $14.99. 15, 16 bucks out the door. Really good stuff. As I said, the only one I can think that I like better in that price range would be Evan Williams Bottled and Bond. I'd have no problem giving Wild Turkey Bourbon, 81 proof here, an 86 out of 100. I think it's fully deserving of that score. It's very good stuff, and definitely recommend it, guys. So take another taste and go on to the 101. Good stuff, guys. All right. So the 101, guys, I feel is, probably the most popular between these two. Rarely hear anybody talk about the 81 here. But again, it stands on its own just fine. Great bourbon. But the 101 is, to me, one of my kind of favorite flagship products of any bourbon around. And it just, with the 101 proofing, it just takes on so much character. There's so much going on in there. I can already tell you that I get definitely a lot more vanilla in the 101 than I do in the 81. I mean, just from past past drinks I've had. Let's take a taste though. The rye stands out. It's only 13% rye in there. It says that they use a high rye mash bill, which I guess 13 isn't bad, but it's not really high. But it's the rye with that proofing. It just magnifies everything. That proofing brings out that rye, brings out the vanilla, it brings out the baking spice, the cinnamon, nutmeg taste to it. I don't get any of the nuttiness, actually, that I get in the Wild Turkey 81 proof here. And for my palate, this is more where I stand. The 101 here is, as I said, it's about anywhere from $18.99 to, say, $21.99 here. And it's just a great product, guys. It's, they never let me down. I feel like that's a steal for Wild Turkey 101. Just great stuff. Take another taste, give it a score, and then got a couple things to talk about. For a 101 proof bourbon, it's just so smooth. It's really, the character you get with this, if you can stand the heat, it's worth it, guys. It's great. This little bottle here I bought for like $5, but I mean, for, you know, say $20 a bottle, Wild Turkey 101 to me is one of the best bottles you can get. It's just, you know, the quality, the care that they put into it, you know, that extra little bit of time aging it, 6 to 8 years. You know, a lot of people have taken age statements off the bottle these days, and you know, a lot of bourbons are being aged younger and younger. They're all about wanting to get the you know, get product out, you know, and Wild Turkey just, they take that extra time and it pays off, guys. It really does. So I love Wild Turkey 101. I would have no problem giving Wild Turkey 101 for the price a 90. I give it a 90. It's, to me, one of the best you can do, if not the best, for $20. Very good stuff, and highly recommended, guys, as always. So Wild Turkey 101 gets a 90. Wild Turkey 81 gets, I believe I said an 86. So, guys, not too far behind, but for my money, it's 101. So with that said, we're going to go on to a couple things. I have a couple of announcements. One is I just started an Instagram. So if you have Instagram, guys, find me on the Working Man's Whiskey, and you know, you'll see my picture there. And I'm still new to it, so you know, forgive me if I you know, it takes a little getting used to for me. But I was talking with my older sister, and she thought it'd be a good idea. Thought that, you know, just to stay in touch with you know, the subscribers, anybody who wants to view my page. You know, I'd love to talk to you guys on there, or I guess pictures are the main thing up there. But anyway, I have an Instagram now, and definitely I'll be posting. So looking forward to talking to you guys on there. And my next announcement, guys, is I thought about doing this a while ago, but just never got around to it. But I wanted to start it today. I'm going to be starting an infinity bottle, and with an infinity bottle, guys, you can use any kind of bottle you want. This one here is a Four Roses single barrel bottle. I just love the look of this bottle, you know, with the engraved roses there. And then you want to use preferably cap, you know, just a cork, you know, just to seal it well and all that. So I chose the Four Roses single barrel bottle, and the infinity bottle. I'm sure most of you know what it is, but for those that don't, what you do, you can take whatever whiskeys you want. Some people use, you know, the end of a bottle, pour a couple ounces in there, and just keep on filling it. And you know, with all these different whiskeys, you're pretty much making your own blend, and then you have this whiskey with, you know, all your favorite whiskeys in it, and you know, just take sips off there, you know, and enjoy it. So I thought I'd give it a go, guys. And the first, I'm going to put two in there today. The first one I'm going to put in there is one that we just reviewed not too long ago, Noah's Mill. Noah's Mill, guys, was one of my favorites, favorite whiskeys that I've reviewed on here. And as my reviews go on, you'll see familiar names coming back, whiskeys I've already reviewed, but I want them to be part of this infinity bottle. You know, and with the infinity bottle, you know, you're always, even if you fill it up and drink some and pour new whiskeys in, you're always going to have a little bit of each whiskey in there that you've put in there. So I'm going to keep track as well. I'm going to write down which whiskeys have gone into this bottle, and I'm really looking forward to this, guys. I want to see how this goes. It's a little bit of an experiment, but I'm excited for it. So first thing we'll do, take the funnel, and I got my Russ. You're going to love this, buddy. I don't mess with Texas shot glass here. Open up the Noah's Mill, and we're going to do 2 shot glasses worth, guys. Ooh. Make sure I don't spill anything. All right. So, 2 of those. Oh my God, I'm sorry. That's a sin right there, guys. But, so we're going to go with nose mill with the first one. Glad to have that in there. And Old Reliable Wild Turkey 101 is going to go in there as well, guys. Unfortunately, the 81 didn't make the cut, but that's not a knock on the 81. Still really love the 81, guys. It's great whiskey, as is all Wild Turkey stuff, in my opinion. But, yeah, it's close enough. All right. But, with each review, guys, not each review, you may not see me pour anything in there. Or I might pour, you know, if I have a challenge review, I might pour multiple whiskeys in there. You just never know. Whatever I want to go in there, it's going to go in there. And we're going to do this thing right, guys. We're gonna make a good whiskey. And who knows, maybe down the road, maybe bottle some of this stuff up and, you know, let you guys try it out or something. So excited for this, guys. Thanks for humoring me a little bit. But with this Infinity bottle here, looking forward to that. Looking forward to talking to you guys on Instagram. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Look forward to talking to y'all soon. And that's going to do it for now, guys. Hope you have a great week. It's only Monday, but today went by pretty quick, guys. Got some cool stuff going on at work, so it's always easier when you enjoy what you do. So that's it for now, guys. Look forward to talking to y'all soon, and until next time, cheers.